Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. Welcome to the Morning Yoga Challenge. This is it's Wednesday. It's August 7th. It is week three. No, it's week four, day three of the 30-day Morning Yoga Challenge. This is the 15th, 18th day overall. We've got 30 days total. I'm going to be doing every weekday morning, so Monday through Friday from now through August 23rd. I'll be doing these live broadcasts to help you get into the habit of doing yoga in the mornings. We're just going to do three poses. It's going to take about 5 minutes. So it's totally manageable, beginner friendly. You guys can do this. And for all of the challenge videos, make sure to sign up for the challenge at manflowyoga.com/morning30. And you can also watch them here on YouTube. They'll be here forever for as long as Google keeps their servers running. Um, all right, so I've got three poses for you today. And my question for you today is, have you been to my website? Have you been to my website, manflowyoga.com? If you have not, check it out. I've created so many hundreds of articles and pages and blogs and videos. It's an insane amount of content. Over the last 5 years, I've been doing this. So check that out. If you are a member, we just made an announcement, a big announcement, via email and also through the members area. So check that out. We've got a big members only event going on. Make sure to check that out. It's called the Be the Better You Weekend. It's a 3-day event designed to help you learn my fitness philosophy, teach you how you can implement yoga into your workout routines, into your existing workout routine, and show you how to do yoga in a way that helps to build strength. But we've also got a ton of other things like working on your habits, working on your mindset, working on motivation, holding yourself more accountable, and a bunch of other stuff. We've got guest people coming. It's going to be a really awesome event. Check that out on my in the members area. All right, here we go. So I'm going to make sure I don't step in this poop. I'm definitely going to step in this poop. I'm going to move this camera so I don't step in the dog poop. And we are going to get going. So I've got three poses for you today. I would classify this on the little more challenging end. So do your best. All right. We're going to start off with a warrior two. And just because it's the morning and you're probably not very flexible right now, try to do this with you don't need to go as deep as you possibly can. I'm going to make this camera a little straighter. Don't go as deep as you possibly can into this. Start off with a manageable depth. So we're going to start in a wide stance like this. Hug your legs toward one another, squeeze your thighs. Turn your right foot out like so. I'm going to go right leg first. Usually I always do right leg first. And then knee over the ankle and the front foot. Push down through your toes, push down through your heel. Make sure the arch of your foot is pronounced. And then push your back hip into your front hip. So notice that my hips are under my torso. My waist is kind of level with the ground, right? So I want to get that back hip pushing into the front hip so that my waist is level with the ground. It's not like this. It's right hip below the left hip. It's level. Left hip pushing into the right hip. And then maybe going deeper if I need to. Now, legs squeeze toward one another. Back thigh is tight. And I'm driving down through that front heel. Butt is under the torso. Lots of groin opening. Now, from here, I want you to bring your arms overhead and actually push your palms together. So we're doing this warrior two a little bit differently. Adding an isometric hold, arms overhead. So push your hands together. Keep your butt engaged. You want your abs tight. Make sure that your butt is under your torso. All right, so we're not letting your butt poke out behind you, but keeping that under. And then squeeze your arms back as far as you can. And again, push your palms together. Maybe straighten the arms a little bit. 2 more breaths here. Can't exactly twist. So we're just going to stay looking to the outside instead. All right, and then release and switch sides. So I'm going to do this so you can see the kind of straight on now. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. Start in that wide stance. Turn the left foot out. Bend to your left knee. Hips are facing to the outside. My back hip pushes into my front hip. Now, look at me from the side. You can notice that my butt isn't out behind me like that. I'm not arching my back. My chest is neutral. My back is neutral. Okay, so pushing down through that front foot. Legs squeezing toward one another. Torso and hips facing to the outside. then from there, make sure that my hips are under my torso. The back hip pushes into the front hip so my hips are level. A lot of opening through the groin here. And then arms are overhead. Push your palms together. Squeeze your arms back. And hold. Make sure you're squeezing your left knee toward the outside. That's going to help you engage your glutes. And really squeeze your arms back here. Don't just push your palms together overhead. I want you to actually squeeze your arms back and then push together. Squeeze your back thigh. Make sure that that knee is locked out. You're using your back leg and your front leg. 2 breaths. Use your breath to sink into this. And then release. All right, nice job. Whew, that was an intense way to start. From here, we're going to go into a tree pose. So stand on your right foot, bring your left foot into your shin. Okay, foot goes into the shin, and then I'm squeezing this knee to the outside. Hips stay facing forward. If you look at me from the side here, you notice that my knee is facing to the outside. Okay, so that does take some effort on the part of your left hip, so you need to engage your external hip rotators on your left side. Push down through your right foot, lift your ribs up, shoulder blades down and back, and then arms are up. So my right leg is really engaged here. My left knee is squeezing out, chest is up, and I'm pretty much standing as if I had both feet on the ground, except one leg is off the ground. Right, so I want to make sure I'm keeping my hips level, not doing anything weird, not leaning to one side or the other, but keeping it neutral. Knee squeezing out, really pushing that foot into your shin. So the way that we create resistance in this is by squeezing your legs toward one another. It's by squeezing your arms back. It's by squeezing the knees out. So if you just do yoga and you get into the position and you hold it and you don't actually do anything, okay, maybe we're getting some stretching or something. But to really get something out of this, you want to add that strengthening element. So squeezing the legs toward one another, turning the leg out, focusing on external rotation, squeezing the arms back, right? So those are the types of things that are going to make this more effective. And then release and switch sides. Stand on your left foot, bring your right foot into your shin. Now, if you are more flexible, you're welcome to bring your foot above the knee. Just make sure that you don't bring the foot into the knee. So I don't want you pushing your foot into your knee joint here. If you can bring it all the way up into your inner thigh. But if you notice that that foot starts to slide down, then don't do it. Same thing here. I want you to turn that knee out to the right, and you should be able to still push down through your left foot here and maintain stability through your left foot. If you notice that something funky is happening, then bring that leg down. Unfortunately, this does take a long time to get to. I definitely could not do this when I first started yoga. And honestly, some days, this just doesn't work for me at all. It could be based on the clothes that I'm wearing, but more often than not, it's usually just because I'm too tight and my body's not ready to go straight into it yet. But today, seems to be feeling okay. So this is your more advanced option. You can also bring that foot to the shin and you'll get just as much out of this. Arms are reaching up, and I'm going to look at a non-moving point straight in front of me. So at eye level, look straight out. Take about 10 more seconds. Ooh. All right, did pretty well there. Didn't fall over to the end. By the way, if you fall out of the balance, don't worry about it. It's fine. I fall all the time. Not a big deal. You just get back into it. Try to do it with proper technique. All right, and then the last exercise is a half moon. So we're going to get back kind of into that warrior 2 position that we had. That's the easiest way to get into this. So my knees are tracking over my middle toe. My legs are going to squeeze toward one another. Back leg stays straight. And then from here, I'm going to bring my right fingertips to the ground, about a foot in front of my right leg. If I need to bend that knee, I'm going to bend the knee. And then I want to squeeze my left leg up. So notice how I abduct there. So I'm squeezing the hip up, rolling back my left shoulder. And then maybe, if I'm not feeling enough of a stretch to the right inner thigh, good boy, Tron, come here, come here, good. I've got support here. Maybe if I don't feel enough through the inner thigh, then I'm going to straighten that leg a little bit more. Straighten the right leg a little bit more. For beginners, or just for balance, maybe I need this variation, I probably do. So for balance sake, it's much easier to look down at the ground, so you can look down at your right hand. If you want to increase the difficulty here, you can slowly look out toward the left side. That's kind of level 2. And then if you really want to challenge yourself, you can look up at the ceiling or up at the sky or whatever is up. Try to keep your legs engaged as you're doing this. So squeezing your right thigh, squeezing that back leg up. And yeah, if you look at me from the side here, I kind of am in a straight line, right? I'm kind of hiding my left leg with my torso and my right leg. And then we're coming back and we're out. So getting out of that is part of the exercise too. If you want, you can get out kind of as controlled as you can. So coming back to a warrior 2, like so, or just stand up and don't fall over. All right, and then other side, warrior 2 again, left leg forward now. There's the dog poop that I was trying to avoid. Oh, hope I avoid it. All right, and then from here, we start off kind of in that warrior 2. We've got the legs nice and engaged. We've got length through our chest. Kaya, squirrel. She don't like squirrels. And then we're going to go into half moon. So fingertips come to the front of the left foot, about a foot in front. We're going to squeeze your right leg up. Again, that hip abduction, keeping the leg active. And then maybe straightening the left leg until I feel a stretch. You might not have to straighten it that much. You might keep that leg significantly bent, and that's fine. And then try to create some height, or try to create some length from your hips to your chest. So make sure you're pulling your chest away. I mean, so this is kind of what it looks like here. Ooh, if I can do it. Breathe, 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 breathe. And you want to try and center your weight in your core here, right? So try and build the awareness through your hips and your core. Don't put the weight in, trying to put all of the weight in your knee, right? So try to put the weight in your hip. And then maybe the right arm comes up. That right leg continues to squeeze up. So we're getting that strength through the abductors, the outer thighs. Big stretch to the inner left thigh. And this is really good for getting rid of back pain. It's good for working on hip flexibility, groin mobility, and really awesome for balance because it's such a kind of a weird position. And then come out of it whenever you're ready. And that's it for today. So we got 3 poses, right? We did our warrior 2 with the arms overhead, that little bit of a different variation. We got the camera. Why aren't you working with me here? We got the warrior 2 with the arms overhead variation. We did the tree pose with traditional tree pose, either foot to shin or foot to inner thigh. And then we also got in the half moon, which is a challenging, but hopefully it's a fun balancing pose. You can use a block, you can use your dog, you can use a flower pot, anything you have nearby to bring the ground up to you, to kind of use it as a little bit of support as well. So feel free to use support with balancing postures. I've said this time and time again, but it's much better to do the balancing posture with support so you can have proper technique rather than doing the balancing posture incorrectly without support. So make sure the technique is good first, and then you can remove the support, and that's going to help you get more stronger in the long run, as opposed to kind of rewarding your ego for not using support, which isn't going to help you in the long run. So that's pretty much it for today. Again, if you haven't already signed up for the challenge, manfulyoga.com/morning30. That'll show you all the videos for the challenge. They've all been on YouTube, by the way. You can also get them on YouTube here. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you subscribe. We're doing this challenge all the way through August 23rd. I would highly recommend signing up for the challenge on my website, though, because that also enters you into the giveaway contest. We do a new winner every week. So we've got every Friday we announce a winner. So 2 days from now, we'll be announcing a winner to get the Manful Yoga package giveaway. That's part of this. That includes the Manful Yoga Cork Yoga mat, which is a $90 mat. We sell it on Amazon. It is the top ranked yoga. It's the top ranked result for a Cork yoga mat. It's got alignment lines. It's just an amazing mat. And then we've also got the Manful Yoga Guyoga training program. You'll get that in digital and also in DVD format. And we've got a bunch of Manful Yoga swag, tank top, and some other cool stuff that we'll send you as well. So sign up for the challenge and you'll be entered for a chance to win that giveaway. Your chances are relatively good at this point. You know, it's not like 1 in a million. It's not 1 in 10, but it's not 1 in a million. So there's a pretty good chance you'll win. So sign up. And that's also going to put you, you're also going to get daily emails to help hold you accountable with this challenge. I'm not going to send you a bunch of random stuff, but I will send you daily emails for this challenge to help hold you accountable and help you keep you in the loop and make sure you're doing these exercises. All right, so my question was, have you been to my website yet, guys? So YouTube is part of what I do. YouTube is actually how I founded Manful Yoga. I started when I was 22. I think I was 22, maybe 23. When I was 20, no, I was 20, 22. I can't remember. I was 22 or 23 years old, and I started uploading. I started going to yoga classes, and I I really liked the workout, and I thought that it could be I thought it could be really beneficial for athletes like me. But there were no other guys doing the workouts, and when I tried to get my lacrosse team to go, nobody would go with me. So instead, I decided, okay, well, I'm the conditioning coach. I'm just going to do it with them in our workouts. So I started doing it with my lacrosse team, and I think I was onto something then. So I started. I got like a cheap digital. They found a squirrel. Good girl, Kaya. So then I found this cheap digital camera, and I started recording workouts in my room, which was this tiny bedroom with an awful. I don't think you could even see from my. I think you could only see from like my abs down, um, and it was just. I started recording workouts like that. I recorded in our kitchen sometimes, super low quality, super amateur, and I started uploading videos. And the whole point was, hey, I want to show guys like, hey, man, yoga's a really good workout, and if you do this, you're going to get stronger. And that kind of slowly evolved into what Manful Yoga is today, and it's and that is a goal to show guys, hey, you can get stronger with yoga. I'm going to show you exactly how here. But the style is also different from a typical or a traditional yoga. It's focused on, it's much more focused on technique. As you can see, I want you guys to understand the proper muscles to engage, what you should be feeling in your body, and the benefits of each exercise. And then on top of that, it's also much more focused on a guy's body. So there's modifications if you're not as flexible, because if you go into a yoga studio, if you've been to a yoga studio before, or if you've been to, or if you've watched another instructor online and realize, oh my God, I'm nowhere near that flexible. What can I do here? Then this is kind of the solution for that. This is a way, hey, you don't have to be that flexible to do yoga. I'm going to show you how in a way that helps you get more flexible, right? Because there's this kind of perception that, well, in order to do yoga, I have to be flexible, but in order to get flexible, I have to do yoga. So what do I do? Well, Manful Yoga kind of fixes that. You don't have to be flexible to do it. We show you the modifications. We structure the workouts in a way that don't require you to be able to touch your head to your toes, all that kind of stuff. And then lastly, we took out the spiritual aspects because I realized that for me, the spiritual aspect didn't really resonate. Not to say that I'm not a spiritual person, but working out and being spiritual just didn't make sense to me. And so instead of being spiritual, we focused on the technique. We focused on the benefits. We focused on the explanation aspect, which is why I talk so much while I do these. But we find that we just did member talks last week, which is when we actually get on the phone and call our members and speak with them. But we find that people really like the technique aspect of this. They enjoy having the reinforcement to tell them, okay, now make sure that you're doing this with your torso and make sure that you're doing this with your knee. Make sure that you're avoiding doing this. So the constant reinforcement makes sure that you're continually improving. So hopefully, if you're new, you find that as well. And if you ever want to learn more about what I do and actually join our members area and get access to all of the workouts and all the programs that I create, because YouTube is just a marketing channel for all of that, head over to my website, manfulyoga.com/join, and learn more about joining the members area today. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Um, Make sure to join me for the challenge tomorrow. It's every weekday now through August 23rd at 8 a.m. Central Time. And even if you can't follow along live, you can do this challenge at any time. You don't have to complete any amount of workouts in order to participate. Just jump in whenever you feel like. So, and it'll always be on YouTube, so you can watch all the videos there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.